What's up, everybody? It's T Wolves 2016 here. Winnipeg versus Nashville just finished up, and needless to say, it looks like the series is going the way I had hoped it didn't, but was more confident that it would than that it wouldn't. That being said, um, Winnipeg beat Nashville by a final score of 6-2. And when Winnipeg was scoring all their goals, they looked like they had hit a rhythm, and it didn't look like Nashville had a whole lot of answers. They looked more confused offensively and defensively than they probably should have been, and Winnipeg just outplayed them here. Winnipeg chases Pekka for another game. I do believe in every win Winnipeg has had this series, they've chased Pekka Rinne out of the net. So there's one maybe determining factor. That being said, Game 5 is Monday night in Winnipeg, and it's becoming harder and harder for me to say with any amount of confidence, assurance, or anything that Winnipeg or that Nashville, I apologize, that Nashville will be able to do anything with Winnipeg. Winnipeg's proven that they're an offensive juggernaut, and Nashville is just, I don't know if it's they're underestimating what Winnipeg can do. I don't know if it's an over-reliance on Pekka Rinne to play to his Vezina finalist stature. I don't know if it's the defense not stepping up and being the solid top four that they usually have. I don't know if it's the offense that was one of the best in the NHL this year and just not scoring. And I think it's probably just a combination of all of it. I think the defense is getting beat. I think the offense isn't scoring, and they are relying way too much on Pekka Rinne to bail them out. And you can't do that with a team like Winnipeg. If you watch the game, Winnipeg won almost every puck battle. That every time the puck was put down into the Predator zone, there was a Jet right there, side by side, if not ahead, or just slightly behind a Preds player trying to play the puck. It's just, it's hard to see Nashville winning this game, especially with it being in Winnipeg, and Winnipeg having a chance to lock up a conference final, or going to the conference final for the first time in its franchise's history. I think I think there's a chance Nashville forces the Game 7. I don't think they win that Game 7, but I think there's a chance they can force it. Now, people can say there's a jinx of the President's Trophy and all that, but I think it falls more under the lines of the playoffs, that the regular season success doesn't indicate playoff success. I don't think there's a curse attached to the President's Trophy. I think the President's Trophy itself is more of a crutch for teams than it is any kind of momentum booster. Being the best team in the league, you go into the playoffs thinking, oh, I'm all this, I'm all that. And then as soon as your team's confidence is rattled, there's really not much you can do. Either way, Winnipeg got some pretty good production from its star players tonight. Pretty good depth scoring, getting scoring from all their lines, even helping out with the defense. Even helping out with the scoring is their defense. And Nashville got a good goal to start the game, and their second goal kind of put the doubt in Winnipeg's mind of, hey, they had scored a couple goals, they had taken a 2-goal lead, and it was like, okay, this is starting to look like Winnipeg's going to run away with it. And then Nashville scores and makes it 4-2, and you're like, okay, maybe Nashville has something for Winnipeg. And then Winnipeg scores 2 more unanswered. It's 6-2 the final, and Nashville's offense is nowhere to be found. Their defense is nowhere to be found. Their Vezina Trophy finalist goaltender is nowhere to be found. that being said, I'm really looking forward to the series. The series on Monday, which I do believe will be a series conclusion. Um, I'm not a Preds fan. I am a Blackhawks and Knights fan. It's in that order: Blackhawks and then Knights. I'm kind of jumping on Vegas's bandwagon at the beginning of the season, but I will always be in my heart a Hawks fan because they're the first team I really started following in the NHL, and my best friend is a Hawks fan. So I'd still go over to, I'm going up to Chicago next season. Actually, I'm planning with him to go see a couple Hawks games. So we're gonna work on that. But either way, quick video. But like I said, it's hard to root for Nashville. Nashville, which is funny. The thing I find funny about this is Nashville was essentially the underdog coming into the series. Nashville was a team that people didn't expect to win. And I feel like that gives you less pressure. Like, I genuinely feel like being an underdog gives you less pressure because no one's expecting very much from you. Oh, we're the underdog. No one expects us to do anything, so let's go out and beat them. That's what these guys did. I'm wearing my Patrick Waugh Colorado Avalanche Legends of Hockey jersey because, let's be honest, Patrick Waugh is amazing. I love Patrick Waugh. Patrick Waugh is my favorite goaltender all time. My favorite active player in the NHL is Corey Crawford, followed by William Karlsson, and then Kevin Fiala. You'll notice that is not Ovi, Crosby, Seguin, although I do like Seguin. Because I try not to go for the mainstream guys just because I feel like it's so easy. And I know Kane's kind of like a mainstream guy, but I feel like also McKinnon's a great player. I loved McKinnon, and that's a bit biased because I did have him on my fantasy team, and he absolutely raked. Like, he was raked, RAKED, whatever. That's a baseball term. Whatever. But either way, he actually killed it this season, and I think he could be the Hart Trophy winner, and I just think that'd be really cool to see Nathan McKinnon win that. Because not everyone, I picked him up. I picked him at 129th in my fantasy draft, and he was a bit of a steal. But I'm getting way off topic. This is a Winnipeg versus Nashville. Winnipeg versus Nashville has proven to be a heavy-hitting series, as we expected. I think the Predators need someone on the team to step up. Anyone to step up and kind of right the ship and say, hey guys, we won the President's Trophy. We're the best team in the league. We made it to the finals last year as a 16 seed, essentially. They were the last team to make it into the playoffs. And they went ahead and they swept Chicago. They made it past St. Louis, and then they made it past Anaheim, and then they got beaten 6 by Pittsburgh. But I think it's all the expectations that Nashville has are making it hard for Nashville to produce in the playoffs. Because high expectations can lead to an unbelievable amount of pressure in series like this. So either way, that's my opinion. Winnipeg, in summary, Winnipeg dominated this game like they've been essentially dominating the whole series. Nashville's been able to steal a couple wins here and there, and I do say steal wins because they were hard-fought wins, but I just think that they're not going to get very many. I think Pekka can steal them one more game. I don't think he can steal them two. But either way, that being said, however you found this video, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll just have to see where the series ends. Hopefully we can see a Game 7, but if not, we're going to be surprised. I may have just jinxed everyone, but who knows. Peace.